Hebrews 9, verse 27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. Why have I mentioned this verse? You know, it bothered me a whole lot, and it still bothers me. When I think about Emette Till and the fright and the scare that he may have experienced as a 14-year-old young man accused of something he did not do, and how his life was horribly taken from him, right? But you know what? The time is drawing nigh in which the Most High is going to be punishing these people. The time of these people's reign is coming to an end, and the Most High is getting ready to fully judge this nation, this ethnicity of people. They don't have to believe it. They can live in denial all they want, but I'm telling you, people, the joy that the Most High is going to be punishing these people for the evil that they have done to our people, to our ancestors, to our brothers, to our sisters, to our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, our uncles, our aunts, our cousins. The Most High is going to take vengeance upon them. So some of us may believe that, vengeance is going to be ours. And yes, it is, The Most High is going to give us an opportunity in which to enact our vengeance. However, I wholly, really, and truly believe that that time is not now, because the Most High is going to put something in our heart at that point in time that it's time for us to have our vengeance upon these people, right? But let me bring it to Deuteronomy 32, verse 35. And it says, vengeance is mine and recompense. Their foot shall slip in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things to come hasten upon them. I said earlier, I spoke about it earlier, Habakkuk, though it feel like it may tarry, it will not tarry. It is coming. It's not going to tarry. Romans 12 verses 17 to 19. Repay no one evil for evil. Have regard for good things in the sight of all men. If it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all men. Beloved, do not avenge yourselves, but rather give place to wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, says the Adonai. The time of vengeance is closing down upon these people, and they are scared. They are scared. You understand? The Most High is getting ready to enact his vengeance. That's why they're coming to us about peace, 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 love, 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 love. Nope, nope. None of that right now. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Take your comeuppance. You understand? Take your comeuppance. Strap yourself up and take your comeuppance. Stand up like a man before the Most High's vengeance and take it when it comes. You understand? I'm also going to talk about the rich man and Lazarus story. And there's a reason why I'm going to talk about this story again. There's a reason why I'm going to talk about this story again. But I want to go back to Hebrews 9, verse 27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. You see? You see this woman right here? You see this nasty creature right here? Look at the life that she ended up taking with a lie. Look at the young man that she ended up getting brutalized and snuffed out because of her lie. And people want us to feel sorry for her that she passed away by cancer. It's been roughly 2 years that she's passed away, right? 2 years ago, on April 28th, basically, they said, they made the news that she passed away. All right, let's read right here. Carolyn Bryant Dunham, the white woman who accused, led to the 1955 lynching of I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm reading so fast. Black teen Emette Till in Mississippi, and whose role in the brutal death was reconsidered by a grand jury as recently as last year, has died in Louisiana. The I don't know how to pronounce that. Parish coroner's office confirmed to CNN. Dunham died. Dunham, 88, died Tuesday in Westlake, according to a fact of death letter from the coroner. Malik Shabazz with Black Lawyers for Justice said in a statement Thursday that Dunham's legacy will be one of dishonesty and injustice. He's certainly right about that. Carolyn Bryant's death brings a conclusion to a painful chapter. No, it has not. It has not bring a conclusion to a painful chapter. It has not, because it was never rectified. It was never justified. So it did not bring a conclusion to it. Maybe it might bring an end to it, I guess, but not a good end for the Emmett Till family and for black peoples in America. The tragic part about Bryant's death was that she was never held accountable for her role in the death of young Emmett Till, who is the martyr for the civil rights movement, the statement reads. In August 1955, 14-year-old Emmett was beaten and shot to death after he allegedly whistled at Brian, now Dunham, in money. Later, her husband Roy Bryant and J.W. Milam took Emmett from his bed and ordered him into the back of a pickup truck and beat him before shooting him in the head and tossing his body into the Tallahatchie River. They were both acquitted of murder by an all-white jury following a trial in which Carolyn Bryant testified that Emmett grabbed and verbally threatened her. Yeah, sure. Milam, who died in 1980, and Bryant, who died in 1994, admitted to the killing in a 1956 interview with Look magazine. See, they don't even hide. They don't even hide the evil that they do. You know why? Because they are proud of it. They are proud of what they do. And when you don't have a system to basically hold them accountable for what they do, they are going to continue doing this. You cannot believe in the system. That's why the Most High is going to take care of it. Right? And I'm going to tell you right now, these people are right now in torment. And I'm going to show you in a moment after I'm done reading this. Dunham testified in 1955 that Emmett grabbed her hand and waist and propositioned her, saying he had been with white women before, but years later, when Professor Timothy Tyson raised that trial testimony in a 2008 interview with Dunham, he claimed she told him that part's not true. In a statement after Dunham's death, Tyson said 6 years ago there was the unspeakable murder of Emette Till, a 14-year-old black boy from Chicago. It has comforted America to see this as a story about monsters. Yeah, it is about monsters. Her, one of them. Yup, she is. She's a nasty creature. But the truth is, what was unspeakable was the American social order that did nothing about Emette Till or thousands more like him. Exactly. And that is why the Mosai is going to deal with these people. That is why right now, as you're seeing, the economy is crashing. They're losing their minds. Judgment has come upon this land. The prospect that the woman had the center of Emmett's case had recanted her testimony, which the U.S. Justice Department said in a memo would contradict statements she made during the state trial in 1955 and later to the FBI, prompted calls for authorities to reopen the investigation. They never did they? Nope. The DOJ, which had already re-examined and closed the case in 2007, reopened the probe into Emmett's killing in 2018, but the case was closed in December 2021 after the DOJ's Civil Rights Division concluded it could not prove Dunham had lied. When questioned directly, Dunham adamantly denied it to investigators that she had recanted her testimony. Whatever. You're in hell now. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you people why I tell you she's in hell. Go to the story of Lazarus and the rich man. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray thee, let's even not even continue onward, right? Look at this woman and look at what she did. And let me tell you something from my also my experience as well. It is very common for white women to do this. Very, very common. And I fear, had I not have another white woman witness and be my witness to the lie that that little girl told, I fear that I would not probably be here today. I probably would be in prison, because it would be my word against hers. And, you know, once you get police involved, I probably would have gone to prison. You understand? If it wasn't for that other coach, man, I thank that woman every single day that a white woman came to my defense and said, nothing don't go so. It's not true. She is lying. She is lying. Right? Luckily, that woman was there, and I never speak to students without another adult being there. And if that woman did not testify on my behalf to our bosses and to the governing body of gymnastics, I can guarantee I would have probably been in prison right now. I would have been. And I'm telling the honest truth. I'm telling you the honest truth. If that happened to me, I can guarantee you there were people who would have removed that girl from existence. And she would have earned it and deserved it. And I don't care what nobody says. It's high time they get exactly what's coming to them. Effing liar. Look at what you did. You're burning in hell now and you deserve it. You deserve to burn in hell. You and your people. Bunch of liars. Bunch of savages. Bunch of murderers and rapists. That's all they do is steal, kill, and destroy. You understand? And I'm going to go to the book of Enoch right now. And I'm going to read in red. And he answered me and said unto me, These three have been made the spirits of the dead might be separated. And such a division has been made for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water, and such has been made for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirit shall be set apart in this great pain till the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirit. Listen to me, and listen to me good. This is exactly where she is. That's exactly where her husband is, and that's her husband, who is Roy Bryant. That's where he is, and that's where J.W. Milam is right now, in a place of torment because they received no judgment while they were alive. They lived out their lives and took someone else's life, an innocent man's life. For what? Claim that he grabbed her. And it's really, in those days and time, you think our people don't know how to conduct themselves and how fearful they are? Lying little. I mean, there's so many things I want to say about people like this. Let me see if the picture will. Yeah. Look at her. Huh? Huh? Look at her. They always try to make them look like they're some kind of angels when they put up pictures like them. Burn in hell. You deserve to burn. You deserve to burn in hell. And I can't wait for you to be looking up and seeing Emmet Till being embraced in the bosom of Abraham. And you're begging Emmet Till, please, get a drop of water on my tongue, please, Emmett. Oh no, I know that what I did was wrong. I know that what I did was wrong, but please, I'm your torment. Emmett Till, please. Mercy upon me, please, I beg you. Nope. You deserve every single thing that's coming to you. You evil monster. Anyway, people, it just came across my mind. That's why. That's why. It came across my mind. And every time I think about the Emmet Till situation, it angers me about how many black men, especially in America, were falsely accused of doing something that they did not do. How many young men below the age of probably even 12, how many children did they falsely accuse of stuff and took them out of existence? Hmm? How many children were taken out of existence because of a lie? Because that's all these people do. They lie and then pretend like they're the victims. That's what she did. She lied and she pretended like she was the victim. That's all they've done. That's all their women do. That's all their men do. Their men act like they were about to be a victim and that they became victorious by doing heinous acts. If I didn't take his life, then he would have taken mine. The time is coming and we can see that the balance is shifting. And I am not in prayer for nobody, no ethnicity. I don't care. I want the Most High to strike you down. I want the Most High to punish you for what you've done to our people. Worldwide. Worldwide. I have no remorse for you people. None. No sympathy. No empathy for you people. May the Most High do to you as seems fit when the time comes. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, people, enough love and respect. Peace. I'm out.